I'm to give the opening address for today's session and would like to touch on three aspects in my address. The first one, of course, is in the form of a question for me. Is the circular economy really achievable, and how can cement sector play a key role here? Well, we all know the role that cement sector plays in the circular economy. I mean, we do utilize waste material, byproducts from other industries, valuable raw material and fuel, thereby, of course, minimizing the dependency on natural resources. For example, the utilization of industrial waste such as slag, fly ash, chemical gypsum for cement manufacturing, or red mud, additionally for clinker manufacturing, co-processing of RDF from municipal waste, or co-processing of hazardous wastes from different industries, biomass as an alternate fuel are some of the examples that come to mind. So there is use of waste material and byproducts, and we do contribute to the circular economy. But of course, the question to ask is, uh, all of us do this while we try to balance two basic aspects. One, of course, is the economic equation, and we balance it with the sustainability equation. That actually gets me to the second aspect, which I want to talk about, which I want to touch on, is to enable this equation, the economic versus sustainability, not to become lopsided. I believe key policy changes would have to be requested from the regulators to provide the desired impetus. Some thoughts I would like to share as examples. One, of course, being the ease of norms for utilization of different type of waste, interstate movement of waste for co-processing. Urban local bodies should work with the industry in collaboration of collection of waste instead of imposing it on the industry to collect, transport, and utilize it. Urban local bodies can set up pre-processing of facilities from different, I mean, in partnership or collaboration with different agencies. And the process waste can be sold to cement companies. Incentives for higher utilization of waste can be introduced. Promoting blended cement in all the government contracts should be made mandatory. These are some examples from my end as thoughts which will actually help aid drive the impetus in this direction. And of course, the third aspect is expectations from GCCA India and its member companies. I will list out some of the expectations, which I'm sure will get fleshed out further upon deliberation. The first one that crosses my mind, of course, is promoting usage of blended cements, direct correlation with reducing the carbon footprint. Policy advocacy in maximizing the use of RDF or alternate fuels or other waste in cement plants. Policy advocacy in the norms of PSC, PPC, or introducing new blended forms of cement, thus reducing the carbon emission of the industry. Therefore, to conclude, I'm sure all member companies are doing their bit to promote a low carbon footprint. Likewise, we also at JSW are very proud of what we've done. With that, I come to the end of the introduction. I do look forward to an engaging session today. Thank you